For more on this President's address, I'm joined by our National Assembly correspondent, Sagir Ibrahim, who now joins me from Abuja. Sagir, good evening to you. Let's have a quick rundown on the President's address today.
Good evening, Lekon. If you can hear me, thank you so much for having me on the news tonight. So the President was here at the National Assembly to address the joint session of both the chambers of the National Assembly. I would break down what he basically addressed the legislators on into 3 points, basically. First of which is, of course, letting Nigerians and, of course, members of the National Assembly know that the economy is on the way to recovery. He spoke, so confidently about how much progress the nation has made in terms of improvement of GDP, the improvement of Nigeria's forex window, which has, of course, seen the stabilization, of the forex dollar exchange rate, as the case may be. And then he took time, of course, to address concerns, particularly to one party. He took his time to expose those political adversaries that they should calm their nerves. There's no need to worry, as he has no intention whether towards a one-party state and as it is with a multi-party system is in fact the reason why the likes of individuals like himself has been able to make it up to the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And then finally, of course, the President took time to identify and also to recognize individuals who he described as heroes who paid the supreme price when necessary to ensure that Nigeria continues to enjoy the nascent democracy, of course, that continues to live since the year 1993, as you may call it, 32 years or 29 years ago, as the case may be.
So how do you think that the lawmakers are actually feeling about the economic reforms that the President spoke about? Because some Nigerians are saying that they seem not to be feeling the pang of those reforms as they are.
Well, Nigerians have raised these concerns continuously, that the impact of the policies of the current administration, has not trickled down in ways that they would want it to ordinarily do so. But then again, members of the National Assembly are, of course, speaking through the leaders of both chambers, talk about the Senate President and, of course, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, express confidence in the leadership of the President championing the nation towards economic recovery. So while Nigerians, on the one hand, may have expressed, concern about not feeling the impact, the National Assembly seems to be comfortable with the trajectory at which the nation's economy is taking. So it's what one would describe, as divided opinion between the leaders and the citizens, as the case may be. But then, of course, you need to realize that even in the National Assembly, opposition politics or politics as it is also plays. So while we see the likes of opposition party members, arguing that maybe the President may not have been accurate in saying that the economy is on the full path to recovery, we see the likes of those, of course, in the ruling party agree 100% with some of the things that the President, mentioned earlier during his address to the Joint Assembly.
Okay, so before I let you go, I'd love to also find out about the posthumous honors granted to the Ogoni Nine. How those who are actually concerned about this would be feeling, knowing fully well that it was something that was not given prior to now.
Well, Lekon, it's not just about the Ogoni Nine. I mean, somewhere within the list of individuals who have been granted this national honor is also Professor Humphrey Nwosu, who many have called a champion of the 1993 democracy, as the case may be, being, of course, the man who led the Independent National Electoral Commission, or the National Electoral Commission, as the case may be at the time, which organized the election and prosecuted the election that saw, the emergence of MKO Abiola and Babagana Kingibe as winners of that election. So for lawmakers who are from the Southeast extraction, they are grateful to the President for finally recognizing the efforts that the likes of Professor Humphrey Nwosu, paid to ensure that Nigeria's freest and fairest election became a reality. Now back to the Ogoni Nine, of course, lawmakers from the South extraction are, of course, also grateful for this. Not only did the President grant them these national honors, he also granted the prerogative of mercy, pardoning them, of course, for whatever crimes or sins against the land that they may have committed. Details of this, of course, the president mentioned will be made public subsequently.
Thank you so much, Sagir Ibrahim, for talking to us at this time.